Good morning, world. I am Judy, your web-based therapist, making therapy accessible and convenient for our clients in Florida and New York, and of course, sharing information worldwide. Today, we are continuing with talking about your communication profile, and today we're going to talk about the five tips or five um, keys to creating your most effective and your most impactful communication profile. The first thing is that your communication profile needs to contain the things that you like in communication. When communicating with someone else, especially your partner, what kind of things do you want to hear? What kind of things do you like? What words do you need from your partner? I know we've talked about the five love languages and things like that, but what does a person need to say to provide that reassurance? What kind of things, what do you like in communication? And that can include things like when is the best time for you to communicate? Do you need a heads up before you have a serious conversation? What things in communication work for you? What makes communication effective or efficient and purposeful for you? What needs to happen for communication to work? Yeah, what kind of things make communication work for you? And of course, the opposite of that is, what are the things that you don't like? What things does a person do in communication bother you? What are the things that you don't like? Are you that type of person that you don't want your partner to spring an important conversation on you as you walk into the door, or maybe once you walk, as you're walking out, throw something out that you need to, that they know you're going to want to expand on? Just figure out what things you don't like, what things are your absolute no's, your things that really don't work for you. Make sure that you add that to your profile. Things that are comforting or make you feel safe, valued, and heard. What those can be words, those can be actions, those can be settings. It can be anything. When dealing with communication, what are the things that make you feel safe? What are the things that make you feel comfortable sharing? What are the things that make you feel valued as a part of that conversation that is happening? What are the things that make you feel like your partner is hearing the things that you're saying? So all those things, the things that are comforting, the things that make you feel valued, make sure that you add those. Make sure that you add those to your profile, because those are important. Of course, there are those things that make you feel attacked, or things that make you feel uncomfortable, or things that make you feel that make you defensive. Those types of things, you need to know them, because your partner also needs to know them, because those are things that you would like your partner to be to avoid doing. So make sure that you know those and you identify those. Again, they can be words, situations. For instance, you may be one of those people when that if your partner starts yelling, it makes you shut down, or it makes you uncomfortable. It makes you feel like you're under attack. Maybe if your partner is not using enough I statements. Those things, once you know them, you can add them to your profile. That way you can share that information with your partner so they know these things to avoid. And finally, any type of triggers. Triggers are things, words, situations, settings that can bring a certain reaction out of you, or maybe bring you to a certain place. For instance, maybe when your partner starts yelling, it brings you back to your home where your parents were yelling, and that makes you shut down. That is a definite trigger. It may be maybe your partner is a very physical communicator, and that makes you feel a certain way, or that brings a certain reaction or emotion. Anything that is a trigger, anything that brings out a physical or emotional reaction that is not conducive to the conversation or to helping the situation, it's important that you identify those so that your partner is aware of them, so that they can avoid them. Because anytime a trigger is presented, we generally respond to it. And when you're responding to triggers, you're not exactly at your best. You're not in the best position to be engaging fully and effectively in the conversation. So it's important that your partner is aware of those. Quick recap. One, things that you like, the things that you need from your partner, things that you want to hear, things that you want to see. They're just the things that you like in conversation. To the things that you don't like, things that your partner is going to need to avoid doing. You need to let them know, you need to identify those so that your partner will be aware of them. Things that are comforting or make you feel safe, valued, or heard, because that's how they give you that positive feedback to keep you engaged in that conversation. And of course, the things that make you feel uncomfortable or the things that make you feel attacked or under attack, these are things that they need to know so that they're not um, causing negative reactions from you. And finally, any type of triggers, things that send you back to your childhood, things that just make you feel a certain way, just things that make you shut down, whatever it is, anything that is going to trigger a negative emotion or reaction from you, you need to be aware of it so that your partner is aware of it so that they can, avoid it. And as always, if you or someone you know happen to be dealing with something that is more than you can handle, there's a lot of help out there. So please make sure you reach out and get that help. And that is all we have for today. Good morning, world. Have an awesome day.